Ďakujem pekne.
Good morning. I thank you very much for the kind introduction, Madam State Secretary Brandt of Netherlands, Mr. Deputy Foreign Minister Dari of Moldova, Excellencies, ladies and gentlemen. It is my honor to welcome you today in the premises of the Slovak Ministry of Foreign and European Affairs, and I am proud to say that this is clearly one of the most important forums regarding the development, assistance and development policy issues in our region. The conference, Development and Democracy, annually brings together inspiring personalities that shed new light in the ways we address the challenges at our borders. I appreciate the efforts of the Pontis Foundation in preparing already the 5th edition of this wonderful conference. For us, Slovaks, this year is different. It is my honor to be at this event during the time of the first ever presidency of the Slovak Republic in the Council of the European Union. It is as well the time when the future development policy of the EU is being defined. We are deciding how we will make the Agenda 2030 and the Sustainable Development Goals work. Yet the public expects us to deliver real, tangible results and not just to talk. The EU is confronted with the biggest migratory pressures since its establishment. People suffer in our neighborhood and at our borders. We must put away political correctness of the past and look at these challenges with new eyes. In the context of migration crisis, massive assistance programs have been mobilized at the EU level to assist people fleeing the conflict areas. The trust funds established by the EU succeeded in quick mobilization of financial resources. Some say that these new tools brought us new solutions, but let me be a bit provocative. I do not automatically subscribe to this notion, and yes, the new money transfers or resources can buy some time, but they are not a tool that would be definite. Here is why I think so. Creation of specialized trust funds comes from understanding that the EU assistance needs to be faster, tailored to the situation, and much more flexible. We must be able to act when and where it is needed. As the saying says, friend in need is a friend indeed. Within the context of protracted crisis, we are constantly reminded that the humanitarian response and the development initiatives have to be intertwined. Emergency response needs to go hand in hand with rehabilitation, reconstruction, and development. Also, the emphasis must be placed on the prevention and the resilience building. To be more illustrative, 2011 was the most expensive year ever for damages and losses from natural disasters. The total price tag was at $380 billion US. That is nearly 2/3 more than the worth of damage caused by disasters in 2005, which is the previous year record. It was indeed a wake-up call for us all. Climate change and related disasters cause human suffering as well as environmental and economic harm. They set back progress on development front. Efforts to eliminate poverty and inequalities are simply washed away. According to research, every dollar spent on reducing people's vulnerability to disasters saves around $7 in economic losses. This is, in my opinion, very good value for the money spent. Another fact is that humanitarian aid cannot be a substitute for political solutions. Therefore, peaceful resolution of conflicts, as well as the addressing of the root causes of vulnerabilities, need to be prioritized. Only then we can reduce humanitarian needs and move towards the long-term development that is desired. Most importantly, people need to be placed at the heart of the humanitarian action. That is why the protection of the most vulnerable ones is among the key priorities during our presidency in the Council of the European Union. EU got closer to the concept of bridging the gap between humanitarian and development cooperation. For example, the implementation of the facility for refugees in Turkey enables joint planning of humanitarian and development activities. From a longer-term perspective, the new EU external investment plan focuses on important areas. Mobilization of private sector resources is one of them. It gives new economic opportunities for people in the countries of origin and transit of migration. Slovakia is doing its utmost to help making this plan reality. What I like about the external investment plan is its innovation, the massive engagement of the private sector. We will leverage the private resources in addition to the public ones to bring real economic opportunities for people in their own countries. Rather than migrating for better opportunities to Europe, the vulnerable ones must see and feel a better future in their homelands. The expectations are obviously quite high. Up to 44 billion euros could be potentially mobilized. Ladies and gentlemen, such lessons learned should be reflected as well in the future development policy of the European Union. Later this month, we expect the publication of the revised European Consensus for Development. I will strongly urge and push my European colleagues to adopt innovative approaches, looking rather out of the box than into our wallets. As the new EU Global Strategy puts it, development policy should become more flexible and more aligned with our strategic priorities. It says as well that it should be more coherent with other policies, better coordinated, and promote resilience. All I can do is once again support this initiative. To conclude, I wish you a very successful day, a fruitful discussion, and inspirational ideas. Thank you.